All right, guys, what's up? Hey, I don't think I say it enough, but I want to tell you guys thank you. Seriously, just gratitude from this morning, gratitude for anybody that's coming on this page or this podcast. Seriously, thank you. This is the 50th vlog or podcast that I've done, and you don't always know who's listening. And actually, it's quite the opposite sometimes when you don't have the people that are taking value, don't have the people that are downloading these episodes and listening and applying these tactics and principles to their life, reaching out to you. What you have is the opposite. You have these victimhood mentality, these keyboard warriors reaching out and talking shit more than you hear about the good. So if you're listening and you're downloading and you're applying these things to your life, thank you. I have an immense amount of gratitude, even though I don't know who you are. My hope, my main purpose, the reason that I do these and I put these out is to help give you insight. I hope that you take something away. I hope that you can take something I say or something I share or something that I do and apply it to your life completely free. I want to provide so much value to your life and I don't even know who you are. That's service. So I just wanted to share that moment of gratitude with you. So, in the lights of gratitude, in talking about these vlogs and podcasts and putting out all this content, I started in early March and I started doing a few a week and now it's 5 a week. So the thing about this though, today is all about this. There's no amount of motivation that can get you when you're at your darkest spot. There's no podcast, there's no vlog, there's no book. When you're in the pit of darkness, the pit of hell, when everything inside of you is telling you to stop, that you're going to fail, that you're not going to make it, that it's not worth it. You're not getting the views, you're getting all the haters. There's no amount of motivation that's going to see you through. Now, listen, I'm a consumer of podcasts. I'm a consumer of books. I'm a consumer of motivation. But it's not the motivation that allows you to rise as a man. It's not the motivation that makes you dig deeper. It's not the motivation that allows you to win. So then what is it? It's straight up fortitude. It's straight up grit. It's straight up following the plan, no matter how you feel, sticking to your word, no matter how you feel. Now, listen, I've said it before. I'm going to continue to say it. It's a daily battle inside of a man's head, even when things are going great. We all have these programs, and I believe it more now than I ever have, but we all have these programs that we constantly run. I've heard people say when you get to a certain point, you self-sabotage, right? Because the program that you're running inside of your head, it can't accept the success. It can't accept the new level in which you've risen to. And I used to think it was such bullshit, but the more and more that I reflect, the more and more that I dive deeper, the more and more that I meditate, the more and more I start to see this in my own life. The other day I had somebody reach out and they're like, hey, I want to join your group. And so I sent them the link and did all that stuff. But when I saw it, I had this moment of, it was the weirdest thing. Do I want people to join the dominate daily dads? Sure, I do. There's a lot of value inside of it. But I had this moment of, oh, I got to rise and fulfill. I got another person I got to go service. And it was just a split second of doubt. It wasn't fear, but it was like doubt. And I had to quickly pull myself back and be like, what the hell was that? This is what I want. I want men to keep coming into this group. I want men to keep coming into this group and rising. I want them to keep coming in and getting so much fucking value that they just go out and they crush it in their lives. But I had this moment of doubt of this is going to continue to push myself. More men that I bring into my group, I have to keep showing up and I have to keep rising and I have to keep reflecting and I have to keep crawling out of the pit that I put myself in. And this is what stems from it. This is what I want. And the things that we want in life, the things that we're chasing as men, the kingdom that's on the horizon that we want to get to, whether it's for some minutes like, hey, I need to find a spouse. For some minutes, I want to have 5 kids. For some minutes, like, hey, I want a 10-acre ranch or whatever it is for you. That's on the kingdom or the horizon. The kingdom's on the horizon. And so this moment of doubt that it was very small and I was able to get out of it quickly. And I realized that me bringing men into my coaching group, motivation's not enough. I'm motivated to keep doing that, but the real work is going to be in how I show up for these guys. Am I leading by which I live? Am I leading the 4 dominions, the 4D of the pillars of our program? Am I showing up how I need to show up for these guys? And that alone can be some sort of motivation. But guys, motivation's never going to get you across the finish line. What gets you across the finish line is holding yourself to a standard, not what you're currently living, but the man that you want to be. Do I have everything that I want? Fuck no. Do I get up here every day and project a version of me that's not true? No, I don't. Am I living truthfully, real, raw, relevant? Yes, I believe that I am. But in this moment, I realize that motivation isn't the motivating factor. What motivates me, no matter who joins my group, no matter who comes in, no matter if I have one guy or 100 guys, the standard at which I hold myself at this present time, the version that I'm seeking, the version that I'm living is the man that I am a year from now. I hope that makes sense to you guys, because if we stay in the version that we're currently at, motivation will never get us there. We have to be constantly pursuing the man we want to be. And it's in our habits, it's in our discipline, it's in how we show up today that turns us into that man, into that dad, into that husband, into that business leader. So many of you guys, myself included, we get stuck in our head of like, hey, this isn't going quick enough. Hey, this is not working. This is stupid. Am I wasting my time, talents, and treasures trying to do this thing? And it was in that moment of my own doubt that I was like, oh, this is going to keep pushing me out of my comfort zone. This is going to require me to rise to a level that maybe I haven't even seen of myself yet. I remember when I first decided to get into the coaching space, and my coach at the time was like, you need to go talk publicly. You need to go live. You need to do this. You need to do that. And I realized at that moment, I was like, I was nervous. Now, it's not that I hadn't gone live before, but most of the time, my experience up to that point was going live with my wife. I had somebody next to me, but my coach was pushing me to go, hey, you need to go live. You need to be real. You need to be raw. You need to be authentic. You need to tell the truth no matter how fucking hard it is. And so for like 3 or 4 nights, he's like, you're going to go live. You're going to talk about XYZ. Do it. Right. And so that in of itself was a motivating factor, but I bring it up because I didn't know it then and I didn't see it then, but that process was putting me to where I am today, where I have 50 vlogs out there. The YouTube's getting daily uploads. The podcast is going out everywhere. I'm speaking publicly. I'm posting. I'm doing all these things. That day was preparing me for who I am today. And that was over 2 years ago. So you guys have to understand, while you might listen to this podcast, while you might listen to another podcast where you might read a book that inspires you to go do something, the motivation isn't going to see you through. It's the plan. It's the map. It's the discipline. It's the consistency. It's the daily habits like we talked about yesterday. Those are the things that are going to get you to the finish line, not motivation. And if you didn't listen to the daily habits, I highly suggest you go and listen to it. But if you have a dream, if you have a goal, if you have a target, if you are searching for something as a man, which you all should, an idle man is a depressed man. An idle man who has no goals, who has no targets, who has no plan, who has no daily habits that are going to make him stretch himself and push himself. That's a man that's full of anxiety. That's a man that's full of depression. That's a man that's full of guilt. That's a man that's full of shame. You have to have something, men, to execute on daily. And every 24 hours, that day starts over. That's why with my fitness, there are no rest days. I'm getting ready to go on vacation with my family for 10 days. I will be working out the 10 days. Something that I won't say I've never done, but staying consistent while I'm away from my normal routine is something that I will be doing and I will be documenting it. But you must be executing the plan that you've set in motion. And I will have you consider when you are not executing, that's when everything creeps in. That's when the emotions creep in. Can I do this? Should I keep doing this? Should I keep walking this path? Paul, I'm not motivated. Paul, I'm unhappy. Cool. Where's your execution? What areas are you not executing at all? What areas are you not executing fully? Where do you need to put more emphasis on your execution? Are you getting up every day, filling your mind with gratitude, with prayer, with meditation? And then are you fueling your body? Now, here's a little tidbit on that. I said this yesterday. Every day you must fuel your body with spirituality, meditation, prayer, gratitude, whatever it is. That's number one. Number two is you need to fuel your body. You need to fuel it with healthy food. You need to exercise and sweat. You need to take care of your health and fitness. They're two different things. You can be ripped and jacked as fuck, but sicker than hell. You need to do those two things daily. And when you don't, that's when you start getting all these emotions. So what I've noticed is I love bourbon. I'm just going to put it out there. I have a very nice bourbon collection and I don't drink it as much as I used to. But what I've noticed lately is when I do drink it, I feel that it pulls me away from my plan. And I feel that that type of fuel in my body actually puts my mind in a different place. And it's a place that I don't like. And so I don't know where that's going to lead, but you have to really watch how you're fueling your body. Are you putting processed crap in it? Are you doing whole foods like I lay out for a bunch of my guys? What type of physical activity are you doing? All of those things matter, men. And they actually matter to your psychology. That's a whole different topic. But to wrap up today, what we need to talk about is this. If you don't feel like you're getting to a place where you want, don't look for motivation. Check your execution. And I will leave you with one of my most favorite quotes, and I have no idea who said it. You only win when your mind is stronger than your emotions. Those that say men aren't emotional don't know what the fuck they're talking about. We just don't make it a habit of openly sharing that. It's a fucking battle inside my head every day. I want to quit every day, guys. And you don't hear any of your influencers telling you that. I want to quit every fucking day. On some level, there's something that I don't want to do. I don't feel like doing the podcast. I don't feel like filming the video. I don't feel like editing. I don't feel like working out. I don't feel like following my meal plan. I don't feel like doing this. On some level, my emotions try and get the best of me every day. But you only win when you follow the plan. You only win when you put your emotions in check and say, no, I don't feel like going to the gym today, but that's part of the plan. I'm going to go fucking work out. So keep that mentality, keep dominating. And until then, dominate daily.